So recently, I've been noticing something really weird going on with our videos, not getting as many views as they used to. Even though the click-through rate, super high, average view duration, higher than usual, and yet the videos are still not getting pushed. Great title, great thumbnail, everything. And it got me thinking, there's gotta be a reason. And so what I did was I started to dig into our analytics. What I'm finding right now is looking at our other videos. Are there videos that people are watching next? Now, I'm not talking about the videos that we put up on our end screen. I'm talking about, is YouTube recommending our videos? And that's the important thing that I really wasn't looking at before, because we've had videos that hit over 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 views, and it wasn't necessarily being recommended by our other videos from our collection. But it got me thinking, YouTube has a lot more creators on it, always having more creators on it. So what are they going to do to push our videos? Now, there is a mistake that I think is going to continue to happen. And we probably would have made this mistake as well if I hadn't dug into the analytics and just thought a little bit deeper of this or on this topic. And that is just creating videos to get views without thinking through what is the next video? What is the next thing that viewer is going to need or they're going to be interested in? So yes, we are looking at the title. That is really important. But it's more about, okay, what is the topic? What is the content that's going to surround that topic? And then coming up with really good, creative, curiosity-based titles that are going to show up in the algorithm of YouTube, and they're going to be then suggested to your viewer, which hopefully are your videos. And then, of course, having a great thumbnail that people are going to want to click on. But that stuff there isn't going to work unless we create these content clusters. Now, I have noticed that a lot of creators struggle with the outlier title. That's where it starts. We actually put together a swipe file of 10 of our top performing outlier titles. It's a swipe file, and we're giving it away for free. If you'd like a copy of that, just comment hooks down below and I'll send it to you. Once again, just comment hooks down below and we'll send it to you. All right. Now, with that title, yes, we need that title, but we need to plan the content so it is relatable and closely relatable. So what we were doing before was we would just find the outlier title and we'd be like, oh, this thing's gonna pop. We'll go ahead and we'll create a video on it. And yes, it's within our niche still. We're still always gonna stay within our niche, but we didn't care so much that if one thing was talking about one topic and then we would jump to another topic, it was still in that niche. Doesn't matter. Now, it needs to be closely related. Now, recently, if you're paying attention to this channel, a lot of my recent videos are closely related. So this way here, if you watch this video, a video that I recorded maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago will be recommended to you. So this is, again, an experiment we're playing around with, but I think it makes a lot of sense. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create these content clusters. And we are going to be publishing these on a consistent basis. That's another thing that I still think is really, really important moving forward in 2026 is being consistent. Posting content on a regular basis, but serves that audience. I still think that's extremely, extremely important. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, just go ahead and do this strategy of content clusters and YouTube's going to recommend your videos. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is it makes a lot of sense. A lot of times we have to think logically as far as what does YouTube actually want? They're not just about, well, let's just go ahead and give this creator a lot of views because they have a lot of subscribers. That's not happening anymore. I've seen it so many times, even on our own channel, where you'll get a video that gets way more views than the channel subscriber count. It happens all the time. And I've actually done videos on this channel on these outlier small channels. And that's also where you learn by what is working as far as inside of that niche. So if you're asking yourself, well, how do I find outlier titles? Well, study your niche, study outside of your niche. And once again, if you'd like a copy of that swipe file, just comment hooks down below and I'll send it to you. But the thing is it starts with understanding your niche. And that's really what we're doing. We're like figuring out like, how do we stand out by giving our audience, our viewers, more of what they first watched. And I don't mean repeat yourself. I mean, think of different ways or different examples or different stories that you can share that are going to build on that idea, build on that concept. And when you do that, you're now able to create similar videos that is just going to reinforce that thought or that strategy or that tip, whatever it is that you are teaching or sharing on your channel. Now, I will say also, I think point of view type videos like this one right here is somewhat of a point of view video. It's where I'm giving you my point of view. This does not mean that it's been proven. This does not mean that this is the way that's going to work for everyone. All I'm doing here is I'm giving you my thoughts. I'm giving you my experience. I'm giving you what I'm doing to try to continually grow the YouTube channel. And I think if you can do that in your niche, people are going to be more relatable to you. They're going to be more loyal to you, and they're going to show up again and again and again when you're recommended. But once again, in order to get recommended, you have to give YouTube what they want, and that is, what is the next step for that viewer? And that's the bottom line. What is the next step? What is the next video for your viewer? So now if YouTube's doing its job correctly, they should recommend a video of ours on this end screen. But more importantly, you're probably going to be recommended a video either today or tomorrow or maybe a week from now of one of our other videos that's going to interest you. So that way there we can keep delivering that value.